bra coming on. I'm gonna show y'all all my goodies. Hey guys, it's Nancy here and welcome back to my channel. Today is gonna be a story time. Yay! Okay, so go ahead and make sure you subscribe. If you're new here, welcome and you're my bestie. So let's go ahead and get right into this story. So as you can see by the title of the video, this man wanted to pay me to have his kid. Y'all, like whenever I read the titles out loud, I'm like, is it just me? Like, is this my life? Like the most bizarre things like happen to me. I'll be like, is it just me? But anyways, let me just get into this video. So this is not recent. This happened a while ago, but I still wanted to share the story because I came across it and I was like, this would be a great story time. So anyways, okay, so let me just get right into the story. So it all starts at a wedding. You know, Houston always having like, you know, traditional weddings or whatever, like Nigerian weddings or whatever. So I was at a wedding, right? And I invited my friend. To come with me to the wedding. And I remember I was inside of the venue. And I was just, you know, just sitting there, like just chilling. Like, you know, they have the DJ, they have music, they have food or whatever. And I was just chilling. And my friend texted me and she was like, hey, Nancy, like, you know, can you come to the front? Because she said she needed me to help her. I think it was like her zipper or something. She wanted me to come to the front to wait for her before she came in. And she was like, and I was like, all right, cool. I'll just wait in the lobby until she, you know, lets me know that she's here so I can just go outside and I can help her. So in the lobby, there was like all these tables and these chairs and, you know, it's a lot of places for people to sit down. So I get up out of the main hall and I walk to the front lobby and I go and I sit down, right? Mind you, I'm all dressed up, you know, makeup done, beat. I'm a fun babe, you know, I'm looking good. I'm like, yes, I look good. Like, let's keep it 100. Like, I look good. I look freaking amazing. I look good. I think I was wearing like this really pink traditional wear. Anyways, I should think I have pictures of that, but it's okay. But I was looking really good. Okay. So I sit down at the table, like just me. And I'm on my phone, I'm just texting. You know, I'm just texting like my friend, like, hey, you know, I'm here, like I'm in the lobby, but just let me know when you get here so I can come outside and I can help you. And I'm just texting her, minding my business. Like I think I was actually going through like Instagram, social media, whatever. Just scrolling, chilling. Out of nowhere, this man, tall, light-skinned man and his friend, a shorter, dark-skinned one. I just remember them approaching me like very smooth, very casual, just like, you know, smooth, you know how, you don't know, like, and I'm just like, okay, you know, I'm like, all right, like, they're probably gonna ask me for what, I don't know, whatever. And people ask you for whatever reason, like, hey, do you know where that it is? Or hey, what's your name? Like just typical stuff, like, you know? So I'm just sitting there and they approached me at the table and my friend's not there yet because she would have called or texted me and said she was here. So they approached me at the table and I'll be honest, like the lighter skinned one, he was like medium tone, but he was attractive. He was an attractive man. I'll be honest. He was an attractive man. The other one wasn't my type, so I wasn't really, you know. And so he was an attractive man. He approached me and he was like, hey, you know, you look very beautiful. That's what he said. He was like, you look very beautiful. What's your name? And I was like, oh, thank you so much. My name is Nancy, da 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 da. And mind you, these are all like Nigerian people. So he was just like, he said, why are you sitting out here? And that's what he said. I remember that. He was like, why are you sitting out here? Like, why are you not inside? And I was like, well, I'm waiting for my friend because she needs me to help her with something. And she told me to like, when she gets here to come outside. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. And he was like, he just kept on mentioning like my beauty. He was like, I have to say you're very beautiful. Like, you know, I just know you're Nigerian. Like, you know, you're light skinned. So I know that you're Igbo, blah, 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 blah. Like, you're just so beautiful, blah, blah, blah. Like, do you have a boyfriend? And I was like, at the time, no, I did not have a boyfriend. So I was like, no, I don't have a boyfriend. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. And I'm looking at his hand to see, you know, look for wedding rings. These people, the way they would just play games. So I'm like, I didn't see any wedding ring or anything like that. So I was like, okay, kind of just flowing with it. And so, my friend texted me and she was like, "Hey Nancy, I'm here. You can come outside to help me." And I was like, "Hey, I gotta go because my friend is outside and she needs me to help her." And he was like, "All right, well, what's your number? Like, I want to take you out." So I was just assuming like, dinner, taking me out for dinner or whatever. And that was really like, after I was like, I gave him my number, we gave him my number, like that wasn't a big deal. And he texted me like, "Hey, it's his name." And I went outside and I helped my friend and she came in and we just walked into the hall. And then him and his friend, like they came and they just went and sat on the other side or whatever. So we were just having a good time, like dancing, hanging out. But he never, we never spoke to them again. And I told her what happened though. I told my friend what happened. And that was it. So that happened on a Saturday. The next day he texted me. He was like, "Hey, I want to take you to True Lux, which is like a place on Westheimer. It's a really nice little 5-star restaurant." And so, which is not abnormal for me, So I was like, "Okay, fine." So I get all dressed up, looking fine, like and so I get there and I'm like, I didn't think anything abnormal. Like, even after this, I'm gonna just keep telling the story, but everything looked legit. So anyways, I walk in, like, cause he already has the table. It was a booth. Already at the table. Everything's already there. Champagne, this, that. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, he brought out the 9, like, and I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. So I sit down and we start talking and we start getting to know each other, like, just asking general questions, like, what do you do? Like, what part of Houston do you live on? Just general stuff, like, do you have children? Which he did have children. He was a lot older than me, but he didn't look like super old. Like, I think he was like 34, 35, 36, in that middle 30s age. And I'm like in my, early 20s, so it was just like, okay. And I was just honestly like, when he did tell me that he did have a kid. He had a kid with a woman, but he never married her. And yeah, he had a kid. And I was like, oh, okay. For me, I was just kind of just like, I don't really deal with men with children. Like, that's just baggage that I don't want to deal with, because if I'm not bringing baggage, then I should deal with a man who doesn't have baggage, right? So that was my thing. So I kind of, after that date, I kind of was just like, this is not somebody I'm really looking for. Like, if I was looking for a sugar daddy type thing, okay, but I wasn't really looking for that, So I was just like, okay, but it was really nice meeting you. And like, we just kind of like, after that, like, we just went our separate ways, and I went home. And the next day, actually wasn't the next day, it was a few days later, he was like, "Hey, how are you? Like, I haven't heard from you, blah, blah, blah." I was like, "I'm just really busy with typical." And he was like, "Oh, okay, 'cause I've been thinking about you so much. I've been thinking about you." You know how they do. So he was like, "I just been thinking about you, I would love to see you again." And that was it. That conversation was over. So then there was another night I was out, but I went out with a different friend. Not that it matters, but I was out, and this, I was out and probably like a lounge or something, and we were just like turning up, having a good time. Like, yeah, he ended up calling me. It was like maybe 1 or 2 a.m. I was about to head home. He ended up calling me and he was like, "What are you doing? Like, where are you? I know you're somewhere. You're out somewhere because it's loud music playing. Da 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 da." Mind you, this man is not my boyfriend. The way he's questioning me, I was just like, okay. I was like, "Yeah, I'm out, but I'm going home." And he was like, "Come over to my house." Yes, that's what he said. And I was like, "I'm going home." And he was like, "Come over to my house." I was like, "No, I'm going home." I ended up actually going home. But he was so persistent. He kept calling me. Like, he kept calling me. I thought about blocking him. I was like, this is kind of scary that I told this man no already, but he still is insisting on me coming. So he was like, please, you are just so beautiful. You're the woman that I would love to impregnate. I would love to for you to have my child. Like, you wouldn't have to work. I would take care of everything. Like, he was pleading on the phone with me. I'm telling you, this is a grown man. And he was just like, you wouldn't have to work. Like, I would just pay for everything. I would take care of you. Like, I would do all this stuff. And in my mind, I'm like, so you want me to voluntarily be your baby mama? That's what you're asking me to do. And he was like, I really want, because I think he had a daughter, but he was like, I really want to have another child. Like, I'm in a financial position to have multiple children. I would like to have multiple children. I want, that's what I want. Like, I'm a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur. Like, I work hard. I do this or whatever. And he was like, yeah, that's what I want. Why can't you just say yes to that? He said, women would jump at that opportunity. That's something that I can do. So have a good life and take care, and that was it. Like, after that, when I said that, he kind of knew, like, there was no budging me. There was no changing my decision. And I don't know, after that conversation, I kind of pondered and I was like, wow, there's really men out here that is like really manipulating women to like have their children and like, I don't know, with no intention to marry them, but just to kind of, I don't know, that was just something that I was not going to do. And I remember I told one of my other friends, we're not friends anymore because we just have two different mindsets. But like when I used to party and go out, like she was my girl, we would go out. But once I stopped doing that, we kind of just drifted, I told her that and she was like, girl, what? I would have did it because I told her how much he wanted to initially, I told her some figures and she was just like, girl, I would have did it. I'm like, I'm sure you would have, but I'm not you. But I didn't say that to her. I said it in my head. But yeah, that's literally the story that happened when I went to, oh girl, the lobby of a Nigerian wedding reception. Yeah, that's crazy. That story happened. Like a man literally was like, Nancy, I will pay you X, Y, and Z to have my child. You don't have to worry about nothing. Like, I was just like, whoa, like, no, I can't be bought. Like, no. And then, it's just, oh God. It's just, yeah. That was just like super crazy. That was like so bizarre that happened to me. And I'm just like, wow. Like, that is just crazy. And now that I think about it, like, he does look like somebody who did have quite a bit of money. But it doesn't matter. It was just like in that moment, I was just like, what? This man trying to get in my brain and make me his baby mama? No, I'm better than that. Hey, I'm a whole wife. Like, what? No. That's the story about the man who wanted me to have his kid. The answer was a heck no. And that is my story time for you guys. So thank you so much for watching this video. I can't wait to share more stories with you guys, and go ahead and run this video up. And thank you so much for watching, and I love you guys so much, my besties. Thank you guys so much. All right, bye. See you in my next video.